Hello. So unfortunately, I didn't post the last few days, even though I said in my most recent video that I would, and I am very sorry for this. I made this video that I really want to share, but I was really starting to question if I should. So I was feeling a little bit doubtful about it. So I held back on posting, but I'm deciding to do it anyways because the intention of this video is to give you a tool that can help you when you, for example, feel more anxious. And once again, I'm not a psychologist, so this is not a treatment video, and I'm not guaranteeing you that it will solve your problems, but it's a great thing that you can try for yourself to see if it'll help you be more grounded. Trigger warning, I am going to talk a little bit about anxiety and panic attacks shortly, so that you can understand how you can apply this exercise for those of you that have experienced these symptoms that I will describe briefly. So I'm going to turn my camera around in a bit so that you can have a nice view of just a nice calming nature scene, and then I'm going to guide you through an exercise to help you find calm. And you can do this exercise at any point in time during the day, just when you notice that your heart rate is up, or you notice that you need some grounding. Now there's one thing that I wanted to share and distinguish, is that sometimes when people experience something that's called a panic attack, so for example, you feel isolated from your environment, you feel like you don't have control over your own body anymore, you feel your heart racing, you feel nauseous, sometimes you can feel dizzy, you can feel like you want to pass out, you can feel like sometimes you can hear like ringing in your ears as well, so you can just start to feel very isolated. I mean, how I experienced it was like I was living in like a fishbowl, and like my environment and I were completely detached from each other. So people experience it in different ways, and so when you start to experience that, there's two types of ways that you can look at anxiety. Sometimes we start to feel it when we're actually excited for something, so in those cases we need to teach ourselves to distinguish when is our anxiety something that is based on a negative interpretation or a negative experience, and when is it something that, and it's actually like trying to draw our attention to something that needs shifting or changing. And sometimes actually our anxiety is something positive, and what I was experiencing in the past, which you might recognize as well, is that sometimes when you start to have panic attacks or you've experienced it, it becomes a bit challenging at times to distinguish when excitement from a panic attack, for example, because you'll have similar sensations at times. I'm not saying that everyone has this, but at least that's what I was experiencing. So I had to like teach myself again what the difference was between panic attack and actually being excited for something and looking forward to something. So reframing a positive experience that I know would be good for me, or that I was genuinely doing to push myself in a positive way for a positive change. I had to reframe that then into something positive, so more as excitement and not as anxiety. So this is just something that I wanted to add as just like a little extra tip for if this is something that you can recognize, because sometimes some experiences that give us anxiety are actually good for us. So, but for the ones wherein you that are not helping you, that are actually isolating you at times, obviously do always seek help from a psychologist and a professional. But the goal of today is to take what I learned from visiting a psychologist to take what I learned from visiting a psychologist, but also through my online yoga diploma, and also from following a lot of online meditations, to kind of package that into a exercise that is, well, what's the right word? Accessible, into an exercise that is accessible for everyone. You don't have to do this if you have panic attacks. You can also just do this in general to calm your nervous system. It's a great one to ground yourself in your body after a long day, especially if you've been staring at a laptop, you are feeling slightly disconnected from your body, and you never realize how disconnected you are until you do this exercise. So in general, after a long day, it's a really great one to bring you back into yourself, so you can feel more present and you can listen more to what your body needs and what your body is asking from you, and give yourself some more compassion and positivity and good vibes. So without further ado, in this long 4-minute intro, I'm going to turn my camera around. You can enjoy the nature scenes, and then I'm going to vocally guide you through this exercise so that you can feel more connected to your body. And let's do this. Welcome to this guided meditation. For the next 10 minutes, you're going to find a comfortable position. You can sit down or you can lie down. Make sure that you are relaxed and that you can fully sink in to this practice for the next few moments without any disturbances. So, when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and notice how the air is entering your nostrils. Now I want you to breathe in deeply to your chest and then all the way down to your stomach. Breathe in as much air as you can, and when you're ready, I will invite you to relax and breathe out. Notice if your shoulders are tense, and if they are, just try to relax them as you breathe into your nose, into your chest, into your belly, and out through your mouth. Repeat this at your own pace for a few breaths, breathing into your chest, into your belly, and out through your mouth. Now when you're ready, I want you to take a deep breath in and fill your belly with as much air as you can. Imagine yourself pushing away a balloon just by inflating your stomach with as much air as you can. And when you reach the top, you're going to hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Now let your breathing return to normal. I'm going to ask you to bring your awareness to the top of your head. Feel the skin that covers your head. I want you to breathe into your forehead and just imagine your skin completely relaxing. I'm going to ask you to bring your attention to your eyelids. And notice if your eyes are squinting. Are you forcing your eyes to be closed? Or are your eyelids sitting softly and covering your eyes?